Hi folks, it's Jim, Mr. Tumac, at Tumac's Ranch again. Just thought I'd ask you a question. You ever think about a guardian dog and why you might need one? Well, today I'm going to tell you all about ours and why we got him. So my friend Rasputin back there, one of my best employees, he came to us from a place not too far away called Lone Star Mastiffs Farms. My friend Gary over there, he breeds and raises livestock guardian dogs, estate guardian dogs, and personal protection dogs. Rasputin here came to us a few years back. He was something we needed. We had tried some other guardian dogs and they just weren't working out the way we wanted. So I took a little trip over to Gary's place and met Rasputin for the very first time. It's kind of intimidating. You can only imagine seeing something like that sitting there in a kennel. The story behind why we needed a guardian dog was because we'd had our meat bird chickens, our mobile coop all set up, and we had layer chickens out on pasture and been moving them around, and we noticed that we were starting to find what we called feather bombs, which basically is just a pile of feathers you find out in the pasture somewhere. We knew what it was from, and we're trying to figure out how to minimize and or eliminate that problem. The problem was coyotes, lots of coyotes. Doesn't really matter where you live, there's coyotes there, just about everywhere there is. But here, there's quite a few of them, and they're costing us a bit in egg layers. We had the egg layers protected by electric netting that we had stretched out around the mobile coop, but it just didn't really seem to make a whole lot of difference. Rasputin came up and he was available. He was 2 years old. He's a little older than that now. I think he's about 5.5 years old now. And he had been trained by Gary as a personal protection dog, meaning, you know, the big red man suit you see people wear when they have the big dogs, the police dogs and trained dogs come and jump up on you and take you down. Well, he was trained for that, but he was also trained as a livestock guardian dog. He had never really been trained to protect fowl, but he's always had fowl around him, so Gary felt pretty confident that he would be able to adapt to that pretty quickly. He had been trained specifically for sheep. He'd been in a pen with some sheep and some lambs, and had learned that you know, his job was to watch after them and help the mamas take care of the little ones. Well, we brought Rasputin home, and me and Rasputin went and did a perimeter walk, and we walked all around here. Showed him the fence line, where he was supposed to go, did that for several days in a row. I kept him in a kennel, big kennel, so that he could just kind of get used to everything and get used to the animals around and make sure that they stayed safe, he stayed safe, and that, you know, he had a chance to adapt. I did that for probably about a week, and kept taking him on long walks around the property and showing him where the fence line was, and he did really good at that. I was finally able to take him off leash and just have him follow me around the fence line. Since then, he's done a wonderful job. He doesn't cross the fence lines. You probably noticed that big white PVC thing around his neck. Well, that's called a cross collar. It's something that's used to train dogs not to cross over a fence, because as they go to try to slide underneath the fence or through the fence, the barbed wire will catch the PVC pipe, and then they kind of feel like they're stuck, so they back up, and they very quickly learn not to do that. We've left that on Rasputin for a couple reasons. We had another livestock guardian dog, a Great Pyrenees that we had, and she's now our house dog. She did what Pyrenees do, and she went and wandered, and she ended up crossing into the wrong piece of property, and was trying to protect somebody else's property, and they didn't see it that way, so they shot her, and thank goodness they didn't kill her, but they pretty much blew her right front leg off, and we found a really good vet who was able to take care of that and was able to do an amputation. and get her all sewed back up, and now she's quite happy living in the house and, you know, lounging all about. But back to Rasputin. Rasputin is a Central Asian Ovcharka, I believe is how it's pronounced. So Rasputin is the son of a female that my buddy Gary has, that he imported directly from Russia. Quite an ordeal for him to get that dog out of Russia. I won't tell the story now, but it was pretty interesting. But he bought and paid for and had the dog shipped over here. So you can imagine that she wasn't a very affordable animal, but she's a good breeding animal. She's done really well. Gary has become a friend as well as a colleague and a fellow farmer, so we're glad to be able to call him friend. But Rasputin, he weighs about 135 to 150 pounds. Kind of depends on the time of the year. During the summer he gets a little lighter, during the winter he gets a little heavier. This time of year right now he's just loving this cool weather we're having today. The last few days have been pretty warm and he wasn't liking that. But Rasputin is a very thoughtful, kind, and loving animal, so long as he knows who you are and that you're allowed to be here. He doesn't take kindly to strangers. He does not like coyotes whatsoever. Since Rasputin's arrived, I've only lost a few animals, and most of those have been big cats. And unfortunately, the big cats can come in so quick and be gone so fast that the guardian we got there, he just can't quite keep them all run off. He does a pretty good job of keeping them mostly at bay. Anyway, some of the important reasons why you would have a guardian dog is, one, to protect all your animals, protect your property. Most of his work is done just by being present and doing just what he's doing right now over there, just laying down and making himself known. If a coyote or a stranger gets a mind to trying to come over and mess with one of his charges, i.e. one of his sheep or cows or chickens or whatever else happens to be here that he calls friend, he will very quickly put you on notice that you're not welcome, that you should leave. If you don't leave, I'm not exactly sure what he would do. He has been trained to take grown men down, so if you ever do come over, just make sure you talk to me first and we'll get you introduced. He does really well. He was actually trained mostly by ladies. Gary, of course, did a lot of his training, but a lot of the ladies did a lot of the one-to-one training on him. And actually one of our very good customers down the road and friend, she did a lot of the training with him in his personal protection role. And she still speaks Czech to him when she comes over to see him. I don't speak Czech, and I don't even know his commands in Czech, but me and Rasputin have developed our own kind of language, and we speak well together. I mostly just tell him what he should do, and he goes and does it. Anyway, so what Rasputin's first response will be, anytime he perceives a threat, is first of all, he'll make himself known. He'll stand up tall and proud and face whatever opponent or adversary he sees, and then usually once he sees them, he'll just sit down and watch. And if the problem persists, then he'll get up, and for a big old dog, he is exceptionally quick. I've clocked him going across my big pasture out there, way out there, at 27 miles an hour. I know that's hard to believe, but I'm telling you, my side by side I was rolling, and Rasputin was just running right beside me and having a good time. It was a day like today where it's nice and cool, and you know, he was full of piss and vinegar. Anyway, so that's Rasputin. I'll put some pictures up here on the screen so you can get a little bit better look at him. Don't mind his the red sore on his nose. That's we've been having a lot of fly issues, and so I've been trying to get those taken care of and putting some ointment on him. He doesn't like it. As soon as I put it on, he tries to rub it off, but he's doing good. We're keeping an eye on him. Anyway, so that's Rasputin, the Central Asian Ovcharka. He's our livestock guardian dog. We call him Chief of Security. And he does a really good job. He definitely runs the pasture. If somebody's doing something he doesn't want, he tells them about it. Usually the only ones he has to tell anything to are the sheep, and that's when they try to come over and steal his dinner. They'll try to sneak in and grab a bite, and if he's eating, he'll tell them, get out, get out, get out. And they listen. Anyway, I hope that you have a nice day, and I hope that you enjoyed meeting Rasputin. And if you're interested in a guardian dog, you let me know. I know some people. If you're just want to come out and meet him and see what a big lovable loaf he is, come on out. We'll show him to you. He'd love to meet you. Anyway, if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave me a comment. Tell me about what kind of livestock guardian dog you have, what your favorite dog is. It's all right if it's just a little pocket poodle or something like that too. I know what that's like. Anyway, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.